morning and welcome. This is yoga class number 8, and today there's going to be a little bit of an emphasis on anatomy, human anatomy, with particular emphasis on the bones of the body. So we have Francis joining us this morning. He's just going to stand there, and if I need to refer to him, I will. All right, so let's take feet together on the mat. Take your hands to your heart center. Place your thumbs on top of your sternum. The sternum is the central bone in between the two sides of the rib cage. Lift the sternum into the thumbs and then lengthen the spine, lengthen through the top of the head. Take a big breath here. Visualize, as you're breathing, visualize the 3 sections of the spine. The inward curve of the cervical spine, the 7 vertebrae at the top. The outward curve of the thoracic spine. I believe there's 13 vertebrae in the thoracic spine. And then the inward curve of the lumbar spine at the bottom. Allow those curves to be there. Think about them. Take another breath in. Drop the elbows down. Place both feet firmly on the floor. Feel the bottoms of your feet on the ground. And close your eyes and just continue to breathe. Take some breaths. Allow yourself to be calm, connected. Spend time being quiet. On the next exhale, take the hands down beside the femur bones. Brush your fingertips on your thighs. And then think about the bones, the central bones in the legs being the femur bones. Pressing the bottoms of the feet into the floor, reach the hands up over the head. Reaching nice and tall, lift the sternum. As you lift the sternum, look at the sky. This is a pose. This pose is called Urdhva Hastasana. Be here, be in this pose for a moment.
Can you go near tippy toes?
Yeah, if you want to, sure. And from Urdhva Hastasana, we're going to fold forward. We're going to bend at the knees today. Take that sternum, the middle bone of the chest, place it on your thighs, on your femur bones. Allow the hands to come down. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And first things first, relax the back of the neck and look through your legs. Don't worry about stretching out the legs just yet.
I need blocks.
If you want to put your hands on top of blocks or books, go ahead and do so. And then from here, inhale, come halfway up and look up. Place the hands on the floor. Step back and find yourself in plank pose. And again, in plank pose, we're going to be here for a couple of breaths. Inhale and exhale. Stay in plank. Inhale and exhale. Let's remember the world record for plank pose is 4 hours and 13 minutes. So holding plank for a couple of breaths, we can do that. That's not 4 hours and 13 minutes.
Who broke the record, mate?
It was a Russian military guy.
Of course.
Lift the pelvis. Allow the heels to move down towards the mat at the back. Move into downward facing dog. If your downward facing dog is too hard, it's probably because your feet are too far away from your hands. So walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands. And see if you can take a few breaths in downward facing dog. Be calm, breathe. Allow yourself to open up. Then we're going to lift the right heel and allow the left heel to move down towards the mat. And then switch the heels. Press the right heel down, lift the left heel up.
Feels good.
Yeah. Stretch out those calf muscles. Let's do the other side again. And the other side again. And walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up, and exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Look through the legs. If you're looking down and you've relaxed the back of your neck, notice your knees, your kneecaps. The caps on the top of your knees are called your patellas. Place your hands on your patellas, and then bend your knees into your hands as you come halfway up and look up. And then exhale, let's take one more forward fold as you straighten the legs. Hands on the kneecaps, on the patella. Take your hands to your hips or your iliac crests. Lengthen the spine and come on back up. Place your thumbs on your sternum. Lift the sternum into the thumbs. Take a breath here. Exhale. Hands come back down by your sides. Inhale, let's bring the arms out to the side. Reach the arms out to the side. Lift them up over the head. Bending at the elbows and the knees. Forward fold. Release the back of the neck. Look through the legs. Inhale. Halfway up. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Plant the hands on blocks or the floor and step back. Plank. From plank, we're going to bend the elbows to a 90-degree angle so that the humerus bone is parallel with the floor. And come back up to plank. That's called a push-up. And lift the bum. Allow the heels to come back down onto the mat. Let's take left heel down to the mat, lift the right foot. Switch it up. Right heel down, lift the left foot. Use that same pattern to walk the feet forward until you're back to your forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, look through your legs, put your hands on your patellas. Lift the hands up to the iliac crest or the hip bones. Lengthen through the spine, come up. As you exhale, take the thumbs back to your sternum. Breathe. Big inhale. Big exhale. Sitting down into Utkatasana. Chair pose. Take your hands onto your iliac crests or your hip bones and see if you can lift your chest, even though you're sitting down, as deeply as you can with parallel feet. See if you can lift your chest. And then from here, let's take a forward fold.
These forward folds are hard.
Grab your blocks and put blocks under your hands. Your life would get a lot easier if you had something under your hands. Step back, find yourself in plank. From plank, we're going to bend the elbows, make the humerus bone parallel with the floor. Place the knees on the floor, patellas on the floor. Lift the chest, upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. And tuck the toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Do you have
Downward
an
facing
Indian
dog.
lesson in your yoga class?
No, just the names of poses. From here, we're going to take the right foot forward. Outward rotate the back foot and come up. Have a look down at your leg. The patella should be directly over top of the ankle joint. And then there's a 90-degree angle between the tibia and the femur bone. Lift the chest, reach the hands up. You're going to come out of this in a second, but see if you can move through that pose and all the way down. Step back, plank, chaturanga, knees down, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Tuck toes, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a couple of breaths here. foot's gonna come forward. Make a lunge. Use your blocks. You guys, if you're having trouble, use your blocks. Let the blocks help you. I gave you the blocks so you could use them. So right now we're in lunge with the left foot forward. Outward rotate the back foot and up you come. Again here the patella is aligned right over top of the ankle joint. The femur bone is parallel with the floor. And then reach the hands up. Take a breath. And as you exhale, come back down to the floor. Or the block, step back, plank. You can go knees down. Try knees down here. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. If downward facing dog is too hard, you can always substitute child's pose. So the options here are downward facing dog or child's pose.
Okay, I'll do the easy one.
Okay. Take a breath. If you're in child's pose, you're going to come back up onto all fours as you inhale. And then tuck your toes and exhale to downward facing dog, so we're all in the same place. And then from there, walk the feet forward. Inhale and look up. And exhale, forward fold, look through the legs. Sit your bum down, reach the hands up, chair pose. Reach hands up to the ceiling. And exhale, hands together. Take a breath here. And that is the warm-up for today's class.